Hello everyone and welcome to episode 43 of the Real World Draft Series here on the channel, as it is our Stampede TV show. We are just a couple of weeks away from Dungeon Wars, as obviously there's not going to be any of the 9 men competing against each other, not supposed to lay a finger on each other. It makes the contract unavoid and the match doesn't happen, so we will not be seeing anything of that. But instead, we do have a British Commonwealth title match in the main event. The big effing rig, Brody Lee, taking on Ray Phoenix. That should be a banger of a matchup. I can't wait to see how that plays out. And a lot more. So without further ado, let's run the show. As our pre-show matches, for our first two pre-show matches, Shinjiro Irie squashing TK Cooper in 3 minutes with a Beast Bomber. I'm just trying to get Shinjiro Irie over as quickly as I can there. As Axis and Dark Order, which we see Axis has Nakajima sustained a grade 1 ACA joint separation. That is not good at all, because he is going to be in a big time matchup, or it's supposed to be. Let's see what happens, as hopefully it's not too terrible, but that does not sound good at all. So my god, as we have our Stampede TV intro. So this is what we were talking about. So Brett calls the Young Bucks and the Golden Lovers into the office, and he makes the announcement, says that there's not just going to be one Dungeon Wars matchup. There is going to be 2 Dungeon Wars matches, as you four, the Young Bucks and the Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, will be going 4-on-4. They'll be taking on the team of No Mercy, as that is going to be kicking off the show. That's what the plan was. But now Nakajima has a fucking grade 1 joint separation, which that does not sound good at all. I'm sure he's going to be out for a while. So maybe that's not going to happen, but we were hoping that could be a thing. We might have to switch it up, as our opener is Candice LeRae and Chris Statlander. Again, Candice getting a win. She's building up her confidence, building up her mojo, trying to get things together so she can take on Sasha Banks at Dungeon Wars, and maybe she'll be the one who can stop the boss, as they have some great chemistry too, so that's great to see. That would be an awesome match to see her and Chris Statlander. I don't think that'll ever happen. Maybe, though. I guess you never say never in the wrestling world. Zach gets a 37. As a backstage promo here with Pac and Blood Generation, they're in their locker room, and he says that has to decide which one of you two is going to be the third man for our Dungeon Wars match. And I think the only fair way to go about this is that next week, you two will face off one-on-one, and the winner gets that final spot. But that's for next week. You guys can worry about that after tonight, because tonight we're taking on TMDK. I'm going to show those fuckers what Blood Generation's all about. So that's just piping them up before they have their match with TMDK, which they do get the win, as Pac and Blood Generation, well, I guess all the Blood Generation, as they get the win over TMDK, as Shima pins Mike and Nichols with a swing, an 852, as Shima with a 57, 50 for Naruki Doi, 83 for Pac, 50 for Jonah Rock, who outperformed all of his Team DK members of Mike and Nichols with 46 and Shane Ace with a 42. That's tough. Tough, but Pac did his thing. He tried. As a Brody Lee promos the big effing rig, he's angry. He's an angry big effing rig here. He's wanting to get his hands on the Dark Order, but he's got to wait. So he's going to let out all that frustration, all that anger on that little bitch, Ray Phoenix, who is going to feel the wrath of the big effing rig tonight in his British Commonwealth title matchup, and he's going to kick the living shit out of Ray Phoenix. That's his exact words, as the big effing rig is fired up for tonight's main event to take on Ray Phoenix. As it's a 59, I was hoping for a little bit better, but him and Ray Phoenix have 67s, as Brody making his first defense of the CWA British Commonwealth title with a discus lariat win over Ray Phoenix in 15:38. As the Ray Phoenix stood no chance. I wouldn't say he stood no chance. Obviously, he's talented enough, but just with a big effing rig, a pissed off big effing rig, he didn't have a chance. But he's showing off that frustration, showing the Dark Order team and, the Blood Generation team that what they're going to feel, come Dungeon Wars when they're locked inside the cage with him. He's going to kick their goddamn head off. He's going to hit him with a discus lariat and try to get the win there. Yeah, we lost Pop. I felt very good about that show going into it, and there was not a single thing. The best thing was the Pac promo. I thought for sure Brody Lee and Ray Phoenix would have anything into the 70s, but nope. 267, the semi managed to 59. Yeah, I thought for sure, like, that was going to be better than the 6-man, too. Just was not the case. But that's CWA for you. A real world draft series that has its win. It's gone the way it has. But now we have just one more week left until Dungeon Wars. So we have our final Stampede, the go home show for Dungeon Wars, and then we have the Dungeon Wars show. Now we gotta see if Katsuhiko Nakajima can actually be healthy for that 4v4 fucking Dungeon Wars match. That would suck. Looks like No Mercy might have to figure out a way, figure out somebody to join No Mercy, maybe. We will have to see. This T1 rejection. Wow. Show Benjamin set to leave T1. Well, I think we're supposed to end. I mean, we are supposed to end the series within the next couple of months of in-game. It's running in November, so I don't really want to bring anybody else in. So I think we're just gonna let him go, as Nakajima has this AC joint separation. Let's see the medical. 21 days. Damn. Looks like he's not gonna be able to compete. That is tough. Tough. Well, we'll have to figure out a replacement for him. As thank you all for watching. As I love how fast these episodes, because obviously with everything pre-booked, it goes a lot faster and everything goes a lot smoother. But I just feel like hopefully you guys are getting everything you want out of this series so far. As we're, we got just a mere 2 months left, 2 pay-per-views left. Well, 3 actually. I mean, I'm already counting Dungeon Wars gone, but we get 3 left. We got Dungeon Wars, we got the Stu Art Classic, and then we got Killed Fury. And then that's all she wrote for this one. But thank you all, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Go Home Show before Dungeon Wars. Take care.